Hey everybody, welcome back. Craig Peterson here on WGAN, online at craigpeterson.com/YouTube. You can find me there, all of my video. I'm starting to post them more and more, and you can watch me as I record them. I put them up as YouTube Lives, so you'll see them up there. Well, we're going to talk right now about social credit and some of the things that are going on. China is the world leader right now when it comes to facial recognition. And what China is doing is not only recognizing people's faces, and in this case mostly their own citizens, but China is also taking that data and using it for what they're calling the social credit system. So if you jaywalk in China, there are enough cameras and enough facial recognition, artificial intelligence software out there to identify that it was you who jaywalked, you specifically. And then what it does is it puts that onto your permanent records, and that becomes part of your social credit score. And if your score gets low enough, you're out of luck. You won't be able to get on a train to travel, a bus, you won't be able to get to work. You definitely won't be able to leave the country. So there's a lot of things China is doing on social credit. Now, I want to go back to my last segment here where I was talking about the apps that you want to delete. And I looked at it from a category standpoint. What are the different categories of apps that you probably should delete? And one of the ones I mentioned was TikTok. And remember, I mentioned that TikTok was a Chinese-based company. And TikTok allows you to put together these little short videos and have fun, ha 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 ha, share them with your friends. And there's some pretty cute TikTok videos out there. Will Smith did one and put it up on TikTok. So, that's all well and good. But here's the problem. You're sending your face and anything that's behind you in the environment, as well as your location information, to China. They know what you're wearing, they know your face, they know your hair, they know everything about you, even where you are, which lets them know, by the way, hey, you're at home, you're at work, you're out with friends, right? Using the location data. And because China is the world's leader in surveillance technology and facial recognition technology and social credit systems that they're trying to sell to other countries, what's happening is they're using TikTok data, and they're likely using it to train their artificial intelligence systems for even better facial recognition of Westerners, people here in the US and the UK. Our facial recognition software in the U.S. has problems with Oriental faces, with Chinese, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, right? It has problems with those. Some of theirs has problems with white faces, with Negroid features, kind of goes on and on. So they want as much as they can get when it comes to data. They want as many faces as they can get their hands on, right, to use those faces now in order to, frankly, be able to train their systems. So enter this article right now. As this article from the Daily Caller is talking about American universities starting to use social credit systems. So these are likely to be coming here to the U.S. China's already using them. They're probably using them to identify our military personnel. We know some things they've been doing that absolutely are to identify our military personnel. But a handful of colleges, U.S. colleges, according to Chris White, who is over at the Daily Caller, are using a type of social credit system through various technologies designed to track students as they attend courses and walk across campus. They're using something called SpotterEDU, which is an app that connects with the students' smartphones, and it has as its purpose the ability to boost attendance points. So it knows that you're on campus, and it knows you're in the right building, and it knows you're in the right class. So now you get social credit points for attending class. Heaven forbid that the professor have to keep track of that sort of thing. Syracuse University professor Jeff Rubin told the Washington Post that the students want these points, if you can believe that, right? They know I'm watching and I'm acting on it. So behaviorally, they change. So what he's admitting to here is that he uses this app to socially engineer the behavior of the students. Now, that's nothing new. We've known for a long time that teachers use all kinds of techniques to get students to agree with them politically, to do things that they want them to do. Well, now it's really kind of getting out of hand. Apparently, this is according to the Washington Post, not every student's on board with the app and its implications. A sophomore here at Virginia Commonwealth University said, "We're adults. Do we really need to be tracked? Why is this necessary? How does it benefit us? And is it just going to keep progressing until we're micromanaged every second of the day?" I think it's a really good question. The SpotterEDU is working with about 40 schools, including Central Florida, Missouri, Indiana. That's according to their, I guess he's their CEO, Rick Carter. He's a former basketball coach who developed the app in 2015. I think this is a bit of a problem. You know, he's talking about students having a lot of distractions and they need a system like this in order to make sure they're doing, and I love this quote, right? He wants to make sure that the students are doing the right thing, according to him. Okay. He prefers the term monitored instead of tracked because, tracked has a negative connotation. Schools can turn to a startup called Degree Analytics, which uses Wi-Fi check-ins. That technology, something's been out there for a long time. Businesses use it. When you get free Wi-Fi at a business, they use it to track you. They know you're back, that it's you who's here now. They even know where you are in the store. They watch you. They know what shelves you're in front of, how long you were there, what you might be looking at, okay, just from the fact that you use their Wi-Fi. So they are tracking 250,000 students across 19 different state universities. Over 98% of a college's students can be measured and analyzed through Degree Analytics. Yeah, because the students are using the Wi-Fi that's there at the school. Now, sometimes you have to use their Wi-Fi because that's the only way you can connect to Blackboard or whatever software they're using for the professors to share the courses with you. Sometimes it's the only way you can get on to submit some of your materials to the professor that were due as your assignment, right? But most of the time, here's my advice to you. Use the Wi-Fi, not the Wi-Fi, but use the data plan that comes with your phone. And that means Verizon, T-Mobile, etc. Use tethering. Nowadays, there's usually no additional charge for tethering if you have an unlimited plan. Use the tethering on campus. Use it when you are at work. Use it when you are at the local coffee shop. Use the tethering. Do not use the Wi-Fi that's provided for free because now you can be tracked. Okay? Very, very big deal. And I'm concerned about this. American universities now using social credit systems to track students on campus. It's the sort of thing that you expect out of a socialist government like socialist China is, not the sort of thing we expect here in the United States. So stick around because we are going to talk a little bit about those influencers I mentioned earlier in the show and what they are doing. What's the future look like for advertising and for us, frankly? Stick around because we're going to talk about that right now. You're listening to Craig Peterson on WGAN and online at craigpeterson.com/YouTube.